You ever try to use a fucking bobby pin with jewels on your nails, bitch? Hello and welcome back to my channel. We are back with this messy ass bun. It is back. It is back. It is back. It is back. Today's video is going to be all about my tattoos. I've been getting a lot of requests to do this video. You guys want to know what the meanings are, who did my tattoos, and all that jazz. So that's what we're going to talk about today. If tattoos don't interest you, this video probably won't interest you. Maybe you just want to hear me talk. Maybe you don't. But if you have been following me, do I have a piece of hair right here? But if you guys have been following me for a while, then you might remember a video that I did where I talked about my one tattoo that I had, and I said I would never get another tattoo again. Well, I've gotten 7 tattoos in the past year, so some things have changed since then. But in all honesty, I got that tattoo when I was 18 years old, and I can still remember the pain of that tattoo. It is my biggest tattoo, and it is my most colorful tattoo. My 7 tattoos since are super duper tiny, dainty. I need a tattoo that's going to be 15 minutes or less. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna just talk about them, the first one to the last one. So if you guys wanna hang out with me while we talk about some tattoos, then I would love it. Okay, so my first tattoo that I got was when I was 18 years old. I got it with my best friend. We did it on a whim. Before that, my mom was like, you better absolutely not get any tattoos. She didn't want me to mark up my body, anything like that. So what did I do? I went and got a tattoo when she was out of town. We didn't research anything. We didn't even know who we were gonna go to. We went to the tattoo shop that was closest to her house, walked in, and were like, we want to get 2 tattoos. So my first tattoo that I ever got was a star with the Italian flag in it on my left hip, and the reason that I got it there is because I used to go in tanning beds. Listen, this was a long time ago, okay? I was 18, I'm 32 now, so it was a minute ago. Tanning beds were very much in, and that is where I always used to have the heart sticker so that people knew you were tan, okay? So I figured, oh my god, this is like the perfect spot to get it. So I got it there, and when I tell you that it was so painful, you better believe me that it was so painful. I can honestly still remember the pain of that tattoo. I went second. My best friend Val went first, and she was like, if you do not get on this table after I'm done, I will not be your friend anymore. And I was like, okay, because she was just like making it look like it was so painful. Obviously, it's a needle going into your skin. A tattoo is basically a scar with ink in it, so of course it was gonna be painful. And we decided to get them on our hips. We both have them in the exact same place because she was obviously tanning too at that time. Yeah, so after she got hers, I laid down on the table, and the tattoo artist was like really mean. I don't think he wanted any part of our 18-year-old crying, screamingness that was happening. We weren't crying and screaming like I'm just being dramatic, but I made the guy stop like at least 10 times while I was getting the tattoo. 1, I didn't realize that colorful tattoos were painful. 2, I think it just being my first tattoo, like I kind of wound myself up. So I hear a lot of people say that their first tattoos are most painful, and I think it's your mind just playing like a lot of tricks on you that it's going to be more painful than it is. But as you can see here, the top line of my tattoo is way thicker than the rest of it because as soon as he touched me with the tattoo gun, I jumped and the line squiggled. So he had to go over it a few times to kind of straighten it out, otherwise the top would have been crooked. Then it came to the white part, and I did not want to get the white in the center of the tattoo. I did not want it. I was like, I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. And he was like, you need it, I'm putting it in. The white's gonna make the tattoo. And I was just so tan at the time. I was like, there's no way that this white is going to last. And I was right. I think a few months later, the white was completely gone out of the tattoo. You couldn't even tell that it was there. So the first tattoo that I got, I have no idea who did it, okay? It was literally no clue. I couldn't even tell you. If I saw the guy on the street, I would not remember who it was. He was this big, massive man with a beard and long hair, and he looked dirty. After I got that tattoo, I was like, I'm never getting another tattoo again. That was the most painful experience of my life. So I didn't. I didn't get another tattoo until I was 31 years old. So there was a huge gap in me getting tattoos, which I kind of appreciate because I feel like all my tattoos that I have now, I'll never regret because I made the decision to get them when I was older and more mature and I knew what I wanted. So my second tattoo came years later after that. I was 31 when I got my second and third tattoo because I got 2 at once, which are these 2 right here. And we went to Ian Griffin of Unroyal Ink. The other 3 tattoo artists that I know and follow, I will have them linked in the bottom bar. I went with Car and Nicole, and originally I was supposed to be in Jersey, I think 2 or 3 weeks before I was actually there for her birthday, or maybe it was like a month before, something like that, where we had planned to get tattoos and something happened to where I couldn't make it and I didn't end up going to Jersey, but her and Nicole went anyway because they obviously made the appointment and they went and got tattoos and they ended up getting this Unalome tattoo. So when I finally made it out to Jersey for her birthday, we all went back to the tattoo parlor and we all got our zodiac signs. So me and Nicole are actually both Pisces, so we got these Pisces tattoos, which these did not hurt at all. I think that Ian is a very gentle tattoo artist as well. And then I ended up getting the Unalome that her and Nicole have because I was supposed to be there and I wasn't there, so I got this guy. So we all three have this tattoo and we all three have one like this. So like I said, me and Nicole both are Pisces, and then Car obviously got her Libra one. I don't even know if these are like actual star signs, but we found them on Pinterest and then we thought they were so cute, so this is what we got. They weren't tattoos or anything like that. They were just I'll try to link it for you so you guys can, if you want to get your own star sign, you can. Jeremy's aunt actually got me a necklace that has this on it as well, so maybe it's legit, maybe it's not. All I know is that I like it, and it was like a good ease in to my second tattoo. The Unalome is just a representation of being on the path to enlightenment. There are tons of different versions of a Unalome, but basically what it represents is all these lines and squiggles and everything are all like the struggles and trials and tribulations in your life. And then as the line kind of straightens its way out, it's just kind of signifying that you kind of have found peace and you're on a much better path. So I really liked the meaning of it. Like I said, there are tons of versions of Unalomes out there. A lot of people get them here, like down the center of their chest. I've seen a lot of them. I've seen a lot of them on their hand, but neither one of these tattoos, neither one of these tattoos hurt. They took less than 5 minutes each. Like, I feel like he was super duper fast, and like I said, he was super gentle as well. And I haven't had these tattoos touched up, so it's been over a year, and I think that they're hanging on pretty well. A lot of tattoo artists will tell you if you get hand tattoos or finger tattoos that they will fade a lot faster because, you know, you wash your hands a lot. Well, I do, and I've noticed that these two are kind of just hanging on. I haven't had any problems with them. I do moisturize my tattoos a lot, like a lot. I use skin ink. Is that what it's called? Skin ink, something like that. I'll put it here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I believe that I got it from Ulta. I do feel like they need to be touched up a little bit, especially my Unalome. He's kind of a little faded, like right in this area, I feel like where it rubs the most. So hopefully next time I'm in Jersey, Ian can touch these up because these are actually two of my favorite tattoos. So I got my second and third tattoo in October of 2017. So I went from being 18 to 31, so there's a large gap in between my tattoos. Now the gap kind of shortens for my fourth and fifth tattoo. So I got my fourth and fifth tattoo in February of 2018 with Evan Tattoo, who I'm sure you guys know. He is absolutely amazing. He specializes in like these very tiny, delicate tattoos. They don't have a lot of outlines to them unless you want an outline, obviously, but they're just very delicate. Tons of people on YouTube have gotten tattooed by him, and he is just like the king to me. Like, he is so good. It's just ridiculous. I was there for an eyelash shoot with my lashes, and I was like, I'm in New York, I have to see if he's available. And he squeezed me in at like 7:30 that night, and it was just the least painful tattoo I've gotten. Like, I thought that Ian Griffin was like a delicate tattoo artist. Evan Tattoo was like even more gentle, if that's even possible. Or maybe I was just conditioned a little more and kind of knew what to expect, and I wasn't nervous or anything like that. So honestly, my fourth tattoo, so honestly, my fourth tattoo and my fifth tattoo did not hurt whatsoever. No pain, no pain. So I got girl power tattooed here on my wrist in just a very dainty, delicate, but still legible script. I feel like I don't need to explain this one a lot because, you know, girl power, obviously. I am a feminist. I believe in the equality of gender. Girl power, supporting girls. Like, you don't have to dim someone else's light to make your light shine brighter, you know what I mean? So that's why I got this guy tattooed here. So my fifth tattoo I got at the same time. Clearly there's a pattern going on here. I'm liking two tattoos at once. This is also like a random little fact about me, that I like things in pairs. Like, whenever I get like a house plant, I'll get two. If I get a vase, I'll get two. If I get a crystal, I'll get it too. Like, for some reason, my mind likes things in pairs, and somebody was like, oh, it's because you're a Pisces. Look at your sign. And my sign is 2 fish. Like, you know, if you're a Pisces, you know what I'm talking about. And I was like, I wonder if that has anything to do with it. I got inspiration from this tattoo from a picture that I saw on Pinterest. It was kind of like the same placement of this one, but I think it said baby girl on it, and I obviously was not gonna get baby girl tattooed on me. So I have always wanted Still I Rise to be tattooed on me somewhere, and once I just saw that picture, I was like, oh, boom. I got it on my right hand as just a constant reminder that I can look down and see it, and it says Still I Rise, which is a Maya Angelou poem. It is an amazing poem. If you don't know it, Google it, read it, you'll feel it in your bones. And it's just a daily reminder that, like, no matter how bad something seems or how low you feel or just how shitty the day is going, that you can always rise up from it. And I just like to have it there and look down, and it's such like a cool, delicate tattoo. It's like perfect and amazing. And when I got these 2 tattoos, I felt so honored to have a tattoo by Evan Tattoo, that they're like little pieces of art that I wear with pride. And I got this one here on my right hand, like I said, so that I can just look down and have like a constant reminder of it. I just recently had these 2 touched up as well. That's why they look so dark. They were a little tiny bit faded, and again, they warned me about having a hand tattoo that it could fade a lot. The only thing that really started to fade was the eye in the tattoo, but it wasn't like ridiculous. I honestly like a faded tattoo, like a more lived in tattoo. But when I was there recently at Evan Tattoos, he was like, let me touch up those tattoos, because I'm sure he's like a perfectionist, and he was like, we're touching those up. And I was like, yes, sir. My 6th and 7th tattoo, again, I got them in pairs. My 6th and 7th, no, my 5th and 6th tattoo. Wait, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many tattoos do I have? Do I have 8 tattoos? I have 8 tattoos. I have 8 tattoos. Okay, so my 6th and 7th tattoo I got June of 2018, so I only got these a few months ago. And you guys know that my grandmother passed in May. She passed away on May 10th, and I wanted to get some tattoos for her. So my last 3 tattoos have to do with my grandmother. So my 6th tattoo is this heart on my elbow, and it just says Nan in the middle, which is what I called her. I used to call her Nanny when I was a small little child, and then it just kind of evolved into Nan. So I have Nan tattooed on my wrist. So I have Nan tattooed here on my elbow, and I have it here on my elbow because I do this a lot. Like, I hold my elbow a lot. So when I do that, I just automatically think of her. Like, I don't know, it just makes me feel better. Like, it's like holding her, like, if it makes sense to you. But I went to Rafael Valdez and I got these done in LA, and we basically got these on a whim. Beebs has followed Rafael for some time, and he was like, oh, you should get a tattoo by him, he's really good. So when we were out there, Beebs reached out to him, and he was like, yeah, for sure, have her come through. So he took us in like that same day, and he is really amazing too. My 6th and 7th tattoo I feel like were painful, and that could have been because we were up all night drinking with Karen and Sebastian the night before. Like, if y'all know Karen and Sebastian, you already know, right? So the next day, I feel like I had a little too much tequila still in my system, and they bled and they hurt a little bit more, because it's not really recommended to drink alcohol before you get a tattoo, because it just kind of thins out your blood, and it just made them a little more painful than they probably were, just because I was being a little sensitive that day, and I was a little emotional too, so maybe that's why I felt the pain a little more. And then my 7th tattoo is this guy here, which is 3 zodiac signs, and a lot of people think it is for like my moon and sun rising and all that jazz, but it's not. It just represents my grandmother, my mom, and me. So my grandmother is a Scorpio, my mom is a Leo, and I am a Pisces. And this one was really fast and quick, but again, it did hurt a little bit, and that could have been because of all the tequila the night before, Karen and Sebastian. But I'm a grown-up, I'm gonna take responsibility for it. I just remember that those 2 tattoos kind of hurt, so it could have been the tequila, and it could have just been me being emotional that day. And then my 8th tattoo, which is probably my most favorite that I've gotten so far. I went back to Evan Tattoo because if I'm in New York, I'm trying to get a tattoo, okay? He is the best. So my 8th tattoo is also a tattoo for my grandma, and she was a feisty feisty little Scorpio, so I wanted to get a feisty little scorpion tattooed on me. So I got this guy, and he is a freshie. So I just got this guy so it's Tuesday, and I just got this guy last Tuesday. So it's been a week that I've had him. It is my most favorite tattoo that I have now. It took about 15 minutes, and it wasn't not painful, but it wasn't painful. Like, definitely parts that he went over I could feel, but it was nothing. Like, again, it was like 15 minutes. I feel like you can take any kind of pain for 15 minutes. So this one I just love so much. The work is so amazing. It's so little and tiny. I had shown him like reference pictures of a scorpion tattoo, but none of them that I really liked. I was like, I like the size of this one, but I didn't like how it looked at all. And he whipped this up and is honestly better than anything I could have ever imagined. He's just a true master at his craft. This one just kind of means the most to me. It's the most special and the most, I don't know, I just love it. Like, I see my grandma when I look at it because she was feisty, and it's just her, like, chilling right there on my arm. But it's truly an honor to be tattooed by all three of the tattoo artists that I mentioned. Each one of them are an amazing artist in their own sense. They all have different kind of skill sets, but all of them kind of managed to give me exactly what I wanted. Yeah, I probably will get some more tattoos. I'm not done. There's like a few more that I want to get, all little and tiny. Like, I'm very into the tiny, delicate-esque tattoo. I will never regret these tattoos because I waited so much later in life to start getting tattoos that I was very sure of what I wanted. I will say that the tattoo that I got when I was 18 years old, I do regret because it's big, it's bulky, it's colorful. Like, I would never get that tattoo, but I'll also never get it removed because it's just like a reminder in life. And when I think back to getting that tattoo with my best friend, like, we had the greatest time ever. So it's just kind of nice to have. But would I ever get it again? No, absolutely not. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little tattoo story time-esque, and I will see you guys super duper soon in another video. Bye guys.